Hi, I'm DH50. I'm recording another series of videos about Dimir Emerge. Probably the last set of videos that I'm going to record, simply because I think that this deck will probably not be nearly as viable in Kaladesh, or it'll at least have to go through some significant changes in Kaladesh. So I think this is probably the last set of games that I'm going to play with it, although I do love it. It's really very fun. I was inspired to record these videos simply because a poster on No Goblins Allowed named Chronicos posted something about how he hated the meta and that there were no valuable vault and zombie decks. Um, there were only 3-color planeswalker decks and vampires. Um, Which, I mean, I understand his frustration. It can be really frustrating to play against a Planeswalker deck. It's not frustrating at all to play against Vampires. Vampires, in my opinion, is not a super competitive deck. It can win games against the right deck, but any deck with removal is going to beat Vampires pretty easily. So I don't know what Chronicos was talking about there, but Chronicos has an interesting and entertaining post-history on Magic forums. I first remember him when he posted about the Crosswinds deck on in Magic 2013, and to be fair, he had a point. Crosswinds was not an overpowered deck, and one-on-one, it was an awesome deck, but it was definitely not the most powerful deck. It was just very fun to play. It was a mono blue deck control deck that was, had a ton of really cool cards, but in Two-Handed Giant, if you played with somebody else who, alright, I guess this is super powerful. In Two-Handed Giant, if you decided to play with somebody who, you had a partner, then, and that person played a mono-black deck called Obedient Dead, which is a mono-black control deck. It created a very powerful control deck combo that made it all but impossible to win. So Chronicos sort of has a point, so I don't really fault him. I also find his posts highly entertaining. He gets very angry, but he seems like somebody who would be like kind of cool to hang out with. So, there's that. I think got nothing but love for Chronicos. Yeah, I want to give up my land. But he does kind of get agitated from time to time. Wow, 3 compelling deterrents. I don't really want 2 of those in my graveyard, but most of my hand is too good. Okay. Well, this isn't great. I wish I had a creature. Wish I had something to block that or something to kill that, but I don't. And compelling deterrents can't hit a land, so it's sad for everybody, but mostly me. And I should take out his hand, but I'm going to wait until I have Delirium. So in any case, Chronicos, kind of angry, disappointed with the meta, frustrated. I sympathize. Playing against Super Friends deck can be very frustrating, given that Wizards put in almost 0 Planeswalker removal, so that part is highly irritating. But at the same time, I don't think that the meta is actually that bad. I think the meta is relatively healthy. I want a creature. It's not a creature. So card draw is the next best thing. Ooh, I want that. That's what I want. Alright. answer to my troubles. Let's go, Manland. So in any case, my goal here was to kind of create a new set of videos showing off this deck. I think this deck is awesome. It's the most fun deck I've maybe ever played. There we go. There we go. It's the most fun deck I've ever played. It's just, I can't get enough of it. I've never played, I'll say in the entire history of me playing Magic, I have never played a single deck as long as I've played this deck. And I've played this deck almost every single day since Zara showed the idea. And I think it's just really fun. It's weirdly super competitive. You would assume, you know, looking at the list, it's not competitive at all against a Planeswalker deck, against an aggro deck. You know, just generally not that, it doesn't look that competitive, but shockingly is. And I guess, you know, one thing about this deck is it does have an enormously high learning curve. What do I want to do? Probably want to kill Island Cord, but oh wait. Discard that. That works. Alright, so I'm going to hit this with both because I fear shenanigans. No shenanigans were to be had. I like having six land and not 5. I made some earlier videos where I was like, oh, you only need 5 land. And while that is technically true, really? It certainly is nice to have 6 lands. 6 lands really allows you to use the advanced Stitch Wing with some regularity. No, don't like that. Do want to hit that though. That was a nice hit. Oh great, you tapped both of my black mana, you stupid, stupid game. Just why wouldn't you tap all my black mana at the end of the day? Okay. Well, looks like I intended to be a little bit more aggressive with that hand, but alright, lose that. Okay. Try to mill him out. I think not. I think I'll just end his hand. There's 4 cards. Kozilek. This is Revelation. Okay, I don't think we'll be taking that. those 3 powerful cards to 1 powerful card. So I like this deck just because it has like so many tools for everything you would want to do. Please don't have drawn a land. Oh, you drew a land. You're back in the game. Back in the game. Should have had that. This is Revelation. Murder in hand. Oh well. If I lose this game, it's on me. Misplay, not on the deck. Okay. 6 cards and 6 life. That was very well done. Yeah, I do want that. Okay, so works. I'm doing this now because I want to take a look at his hand. Alright, well this isn't great, but I should still kill him next turn. I think. You can cast Oblivion Sower. Reward that. We'll still kill him next turn, right? Yeah, either way, I think you won't have a good out there. I did it all in 5 land. Like I said, you only need 5 land. 6 makes things a little bit easier. 6 means you can use the advanced Stitch Wing more easily. 5, you're basically stuck to Hunted Dead. I actually think Advanced Stitch Wing is the weakest card in this deck. It's in there because of rarity restrictions only. If I had 1 more Hunted Dead, I think it would be okay. I also think that with Kaladesh, there's an artifact creature that comes back from the graveyard. It's not as good, but it's also not bad. It does require sacrificing artifacts, I think, so it's maybe not, doesn't really fit this deck unless I radically changed it, but it's something to think about because it is seems like it's a pretty good card. I don't know if it requires sacrificing an artifact or not. I don't remember. I don't have a good memory of these Kaladesh cards. In any case, Chronicos, if you're watching, hopefully that demonstrated the deck was okay to you. It was a zombie deck that is decent. This is a good hand if and only if I get 2 more lands. If I don't, then this hand will suck. But it's hard for me to turn down Liliana in my opening hand, especially against an aggro. It's pretty good if I get a land. It's pretty terrible if I don't. And I got a land. I would like to be greedy and have another land, please. So I'm going to take the damage from this thing, but where am I? In the ideal world, is he chance it or something and just bounce it? I'm going to try to bounce whatever he plays. So I'm definitely going to take the damage. Means I'll probably bounce this, since Liliana will likely be able to play those. Alright, Liliana does not. Okay. Oh, finding an emerge creature would be super nice. Oh, alright, you killed Liliana. Good on you. Nobody likes Liliana. She's a planeswalker. I hate all planeswalkers. So if I find an emerge creature, then I have a board wipe, although I still need to find a way to get this into... Oh, I have plenty of ways to get that in the graveyard. Never mind. I have a board wipe if I get an emerge creature. Good on you. You really are quite the aggressive mono red deck, huh? I truly am baffled that people play mono red. I don't think this deck is competitive in this archetype. Like my deck, which is not the fastest deck in the world. It's in fact pretty damn slow. And pretty reliably beat the mono red deck. Maybe I'll lose to this one, maybe I won't. Knock on wood. Just as an empirical matter, my deck is pretty regularly beat the mono red deck. I draw a discard card, I draw a Mindbender, an emerge creature, I draw Languish. It's pretty much over for the mono red. Yeah, see, I'm okay with that. My dudes, they come back. I want that in the graveyard. Ooh, I don't like that though. That's potentially very bad. That's good. That's really good, in fact. Please change your dude. Thank you. There you go. That was nice. How did I get Chandra? Why did you discarded Chandra over your little old dude? That makes no sense. Chandra over the dude. You were at 5 land. It required 1 more land, dude. What is wrong with you? Now we're both out of cards? That's nice. That is not. Well, I do have another Haunted Dead in the graveyard, so if I draw another land, I'll get another blocker. Let's hope you don't. Oh, great. Nice little draw for you, buddy. That's nice. That was a good thing that I just got there. hopefully it won't burn me out. Hopefully he doesn't have any haste. Could be in serious trouble if he does. Probably has a fiery impulse implant hand though, because that's apparently what this guy has. Fiery impulse. Nice. Fiery impulse Jace. Alright, now I messed up there, but sometimes you mess up. Potentially I'm just gonna get burned out here. I don't care about that actually. Have that guy back. Land. Interesting. Should have done that at instep so I wasn't such a total tool. But whatever. I got Jace. Jace is the greatest. He has a hood. Yeah, but I wanna mouse the dude. I'd rather not get into Firecraft range. So I have to take care of that guy the hard way. So there's like a 2-turn clock, I think. And it's done. Wasn't pretty, but mono red aggro, which is a terrible deck, kind of failed. My deck is slow, my deck is inconsistent, but my deck has the tools necessary to win the majority of its games. And that's what makes it amazing. I could have kept that in hand and pitched it to discard, but that assumes I actually have something worth discarding, which I don't. Oh, hooray. So, Chronicos, if you're watching, I think my point is this meta is amazing. This meta, yes, there are a lot of people, so I see a lot of mono red. I see a lot of vampires. I see a lot of try-hard super friends. But, I see a lot of mill, although I don't actually see that nearly as regularly as I used to. I see a lot of prowess, burn, all of that. I mean, it's just like, it's possible to beat all of it. My deck can't reliably beat Abzan because Abzan, with a grapple from the past, will take all of the good things that I force them to discard back, and it just becomes very, very difficult for me to keep up. It amounts to like enormous card advantage for Abzan, so that's why I can't beat that deck, but I can pretty much beat almost everything else. I hope, at least. My favorite play I've made of all time with this deck is I had a turn 2 Jace, and my opponent wasn't able to kill it turn 2, but turn 3, I was on the play, so I had 3 lands out. Or no, I was on the draw, I only had 2 lands out, but turn 3, after I had untapped, my opponent played Fleshbag Marauder, and in response, I instant speeded, hitched the Haunted Dead, and then revived the Haunted Dead, and then sacrificed the Spirit token. It was great. Alright. I'm going to... Oh wow, I can do that here too. Pretty close. I'm not going to do it immediately, but I could cast Mindbender next turn if I wanted to, which I kind of want to. But he's not doing anything, so I don't actually need to. I'm going to pitch that. But I am going to cast it because why not? The turn 4 Mindbender. I like it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Goodbye, Chandra. What is happening? And why? Oh, you what? Oh, you cheated. You cheat wind. You created a double win via your cheat program because you were so discouraged you lost Chandra because you were a Planeswalker tryhard. I see. Alright. How amazing would it have been if I'd taken Arlen Court out of your hand next turn. I think you would have played her, though. I don't know who that opponent was, but whoever they were a cheater. I don't know why you would cheat at this game. I guess you're just like frustrated about your lot in life. QB Hendrick. Does that mean you're either the quarterback or you're from Quebec? I bet you're from Quebec. What is this? Lag. So, I sometimes play Whispers on turn 2, even though it doesn't hit Delirium, even though there's a wide range of cards they can hit, because sometimes people take 2 land hands, sometimes Whispers hits the second land, which is actually kind of amazing, but here I'm not going to do that because I drew the Jace, because it's very likely that I might actually hit Delirium with it. Ooh, I'm taking that. Jace is a fantastic card for this deck. Alright, now we got Burn. So what do we have? We had red aggro. We had, I don't remember what game one was, but it was something to do with the AI. I'm actually just gonna kill that thing. Might have been a mistake. Maybe this is a prowess deck and I want to kill a prowess creature, but that thing was doing me no favors. Alright. Well, one beauty of this deck is that it very rarely has trouble discarding cards. Of course, I'll have trouble right now, but I don't have any damn land, but there we go. 1 and 2. This game is seriously laggy. I feel like I should win this game based off my hand, but wow, is this game lagging. Oh my gosh. Good lord, dude. And what I need to draw is a land. If I can draw a land, then I can hit the Elder Deep Fiend. If we can't, it's all good. Jace is all but useless in this matchup. Why did you tap both blue? What is wrong with you, game? What is wrong with me for not looking at it? Alright. I think Jace is actually useless here. Resurrect my creatures and do some attacking. Ooh, and then do some compelling deterrence in. So unfortunately, I have to resurrect my creatures during the main phase. Oh, so this is a mill deck. Interesting. I don't mind that. A mill burn deck. Main phase, skip phase, I just messed that up. I would also like another island. I would truly carry out my nefarious schemes. Can't always get what you want. You try sometimes, you might just get what you need. That going? So this all looks like a bunch of crap. Why can I not have an island? Generals? Alright, so I can... Joy. Oh, that's nice. Alright, I want this stupid... Fever Vision's gone, so... To wait for that to trigger. Has to trigger twice, or otherwise if I kill that, they don't come back, which I think is an error in the game. But... Of course, I've thought through this very poorly. Oh, it's fine, because I'm not going to hit the trigger, so actually it works out for me. Oh, I can do it too. I will do it. Don't care about your mill, because you're pretty much dead unless you do something right now. I guess you did something. And you're still dead. Yeah, you're dead, Mr. QB Hendrick. So I don't know what kind of deck this was. I guess it was mill. I'm just gonna go ahead and call it bad. Alright, so he blocks 5, I hit you 4, 10, 11, 12. Alright. I guess that's it. Well, it's not it. Because Chronicos, you were like, I don't like all these decks, there's no variety. You know what I have? One thing I have is a ton of variety. What shall I play? Ooh, Wizards. This deck is stupid, but it can be fun. It's gotta be super annoying to play against, but I'm gonna do this one last game just for you, Chronicos. I hope you're still watching. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Based off of your persona and your images that you used to post on the Wizards forum, I assume you are probably very relaxed right now. Let's just put it that way. Alright, that hand sucks. Okay, so this deck, the theory behind this deck is that you play this guy, and then you protect him using flicker cards and counterspells. And then if you protect him, you win the game. If you don't protect him, you lose the game. There are only like 9 creatures in the deck. It's like, to be honest, not a very good deck, but I have won the majority of my games with it, and I've won the majority of my games with it between ranks 35 and 40, which I think says more about rank 35 and 40 than it does about my deck, but one way or the other, Mr. Chronicos, I don't think it really justifies complaining about the lack of diversity at rank 35-40. Now it appears that I'm playing against somebody who's mono blue. Ooh, blue black. Somebody who basically that likes what I like. Did you really just waste a counterspell on that? Yes. I mean, that wasn't even card advantage for me. Well, to each their own. I mean, I don't really even like telling time. I play it because I don't have anything else to play. So that's the kind of player you are. Counter everything. Blue, black, counter everything! Well, you can have Liliana. I don't have very many creatures, so I don't care. And I have a Disperse. Of course, you have a counterspell, so maybe I'll counter the Disperse. Ooh, look at that. Oh, a wizard. A wizard who's so wizardly. I'm not gonna play that wizard though. Come on, make you tap out. Oh, Esper Control. So I love counterspells and planeswalkers because I know there aren't very many ways to kill planeswalkers. Boy, do I like countering spells. It's the most fun thing in the universe. My name is Aim3. You can call me the best person ever. Oh dear, Chronicos. I think you're right. There is no other deck. There is no other deck. It's 3-color planeswalkers. I'm about to get crushed by it. I actually think I'm about to get crushed by it. You know what I would like, deck? I would like a flicker card. If I had an Essence Flux or a counterspell, it would make me feel good about playing the Docent. But I have neither of those. Ooh, look at you, Mr. Planeswalker. You're like, I'm so awesome. Why on earth does Angelic Purge not hit planeswalkers? Oh, why do you gotta kill my guy? What did my guy do to you? My guy was a friendly guy. Oh, thanks, deck. Alright, well, I guess I'm playing this. Yay. No Essence Flux. I'm probably gonna lose. Chronicos, you were right. This video is a vindication of you. It is a vindication. There's only red-black, 3-color planeswalkers, and no deck diversity at all. You've been right always. Why must you unmake my guy? What did my guy do to you? He was just sitting there. He didn't even look at you funny. You're a bully, AM3. ME3. Alright, Chronicos, you were correct. So basically this video is a tribute to Chronicos.